The word witch derives from the Old English nouns wicca, wtt, sorcerer, male witch, and wicce, wtte, sorceress, female witch. The word's further origins in Proto-Germanic and Proto-Indo-European are unclear. Germanic etymology. The Old English verb ʻwɪttʃɛɪ has a cognate in Middle Low German wicken. The further etymology of this word is problematic. It has no clear cognates in Germanic outside of English and Low German, and there are numerous possibilities for the Indo-European root from which it may have been derived. The OED states that the noun is apparently the verbal, but for the verb merely states that it is of obscure origin. Grimm, Deutsches Wörterbuch connects the Ingvaeonic word *wickon with Gothic vise, sacred *wake, to separate, to divide, probably via early Germanic practices of cleromancy such as those reported by Tacitus. Grimm also considers *wake to curve, bend, and *wegh to move. Ler connects wiggle, prophetic, mantic, wiglian, to practice divination, and suggests Proto-Germanic *wiggen dominated to *wickon. The basic form would then be the feminine wicce wickon with palatalization due to the preceding I and the following *con in early Ingvaeonic. The palatal cct in Wicca would then be analogous to the feminine. An alternative possibility is to derive the palatal t directly from the verb ʻwɪttʃɛɪ and wicce. Ler conversely favors derivation of this verb from the noun. The American Heritage Dictionary connects by *weg, roused, and offers the Proto-Germanic reconstruction *wicce, one who wakes the dead. Other suggestions for the underlying root are untenable or widely rejected. Grimm rejects a connection with *weg, speak, suggested by P. Lesiak. Walter William Skeat derived the word from *vide, Old English witter, wise man, wizard, and witten, to know, considering it a corruption of an earlier *witca. No Old English spelling with T is known, and this etymology is not accepted today. Robert Graves in his 1948 The White Goddess, in discussing the willow which was sacred to the Greek goddess Hecate, connects the word to a root *way which connotes bending appliance, by saying, its connection with witches is so strong in Northern Europe that the words witch and wicked are derived from the same ancient word for willow, which also yields wicca. Quote, this confounds English and Scandinavian evidence, since the weak root in English has no connection with willows, and Old Norse has no word for witch cognate to the English. Old English also had hagtessa, which fury, whence modern English hag, of uncertain origin, but cognate to German hex. From an Old High German hag is ussa, common Germanic *hagetushon, perhaps from a *desvientamart damage, meaning field damager. The element hag originally means fence, wooden enclosure, and hence also enclosed fields, cultivated land. Other Old English synonyms of wicca and wicce include geldrige, sinlisi, helrune. The Old English plural form for both the masculine and feminine nouns was wiccan, and wiccekraft was witchcraft. The earliest recorded use of the word is in the Laws of Aelfred, which date to about 890. Tafemnon, the Guuniathon von Gildor Kryeftigen and Sinlikan and Wiccan, Nilat Thutaliban. Women who are accustomed to receiving enchanters and sorceresses and witches, do not let them live. In the homilies of the Old English grammarian Alfric, dating to the late 10th century, we find Nisiel she Christener befrinnen Tafel and Wiccan behisgesunful nasi. A Christian should not consult foul witches concerning his prosperity. In both these examples, Wiccan is the plural noun, not an adjective. The adjective fullen can mean physically unclean as well as morally or spiritually unclean or wicked. In Old English glossaries, the words wicce and wicca are used to gloss such Latin terms as augur, hararolus, conjector, and pythoniso, all of which mean diviner, soothsayer, which suggests a possible role of fortune teller for the witch in Anglo-Saxon times. The word wicca is associated with animistic healing rites in Halotga's Latin penitential, where it is stated that some men are so blind that they bring their offering to earth-fast stone and also to trees and to well springs, as the witches teach, and are unwilling to understand how stupidly they do, or how that dead stone of that dumb tree might help them or give forth health when they themselves are never able to stir from the place. The phrase SWA Wiccan Tycath seems to be an addition to Halotga's original, added by an 11th century Old English translator. From Old to Modern English, the Middle English word witch did not differentiate between feminine and masculine. However, the masculine meaning became less common in Standard English, being replaced by words like wizard and warlock. The modern spelling, which with the medial T, first appears in the 16th century. In current colloquial English, which is almost exclusively applied to women, and the OED has now only dialectal for the masculine noun. Figurative used to refer to a bewitching young girl begins in the 18th century, while witch is a contemptuous term for an old woman is attested since the 15th century. A witch of Endor as a fanciful term for a medium appears in 19th century literature. The meaning, an adherent of Wicca, is due to Gerald Gardner's purported witch cult, and now appears as a separate meaning of the word also in mainstream dictionaries. For example, Monier Williams currently distinguishes four meanings of the noun witch. 1 that is credited with usually malignant supernatural powers, especially a woman practicing usually black witchcraft, often with the aid of a devil or familiar, sorceress. Compare warlock. 2. An ugly old woman, hag. 3. A charming or alluring girl or woman,